Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nate Light!
Good evening, everybody. I'm Nate Light, and this is Late Night with Nate Light, and I'm your host, Nate Light. Coming up on the show today, we have a very special interview with a very special Homo sapien, and an in-depth look at a new trend in social media. We have a lot to cover this evening, and feel free to chime in via Twitter at ShepCom and Yik Yak use the handle Nate Light. Did you hear about this in the news? Singer-songwriter turned murder rapist Charles Manson has announced that he will be married to his 26-year-old lover, Afton Burton, aka Star. Star has stated that she believes that Manson had nothing to do with the 1969 murders and that their marriage is the first step in getting Manson out of prison. Little does she realize that marriage is a prison much colder than cement walls, and that she is condemning Charles Manson to a life of being married to someone who insists they be called Star. Prison authorities have said that while Star and Manson will be allowed to kiss and hold hands during the wedding, no conjugal visits will be allowed for the newlyweds. And speaking of not being able to lay pipe, Senate Democrats stopped the bill dead in its tracks on Tuesday to fund the Keystone Pipeline. Soon-to-be Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said in an interview after the vote, "Once we gain the majority in 2015, we will be reintroducing the Keystone Pipeline bill, and I'm confident that it will pass. Now, if you'll excuse me, my Chinese father-in-law was just caught with 40 kilograms of cocaine on his boat." In other news, soon-to-be Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's Chinese father-in-law was found with 40 kilograms of cocaine on his boat off the coast of Colombia. When confronted about his father-in-law's actions, McConnell told reporters to tread lightly. Now everyone, put your hands together for our one-man band leader, Russ the Sex Therapist! Now time for some Shepherd news. Homecoming was a few weeks back, and it was great. Congratulations to all the teams that participated. Tri Sigma winning overall was very impressive. They took home the Spirit Stick and hope to add to their impressive homecoming showing next year as well. Our football season has ended here, and after a great season, we wish the coaches, staff, and players nothing but the best for next year. For the graduating seniors, good luck on your future endeavors, and once a Ram, always a Ram. That means that it's winter sports season, so thaw yourselves out and go support Shepherd Rams basketball. The schedule is posted on our website. Professor Matt Cushion has just completed work on a mobile app. So besides being the sexiest man in the comm department, sorry Kevin, you are a close second, but he's just tech savvy. Last week, the Contemporary Arts Building changed its name to Contemporary Farts, where the students will be studying Flatulence 101 next semester. Campus has been buzzing recently over a deer leg found in Westwoods. Authorities asked that the Bambi jokes subside. Please, guys, let's just keep it classy. Finally, today marks the 100th anniversary for Family and Consumer Sciences at Shepherd University. Congrats to all the departments, and we want to throw out there that it's more than just cooking and textiles. There's financial, family, and personal planning courses, but damn, their food and fashion sense is top notch. Interview time! Our guest this evening is George. George, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Gary Bob George. Yes, I'm a bipedal human. That means I'm a hairy dude. Yes, I'm the notorious Bigfoot, the Sasquatch, but I don't like it when you kind people use those dirty words.
Well,
how you doing, man?
Thanks for coming out tonight, George. We really appreciate it.
No problem. My cave's just, a few yards away.
The cave? So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
About myself, as I said, I am the Sasquatch and the Bigfoot. If you turn on TV right now, you can see those jackasses chase me around on the Discovery Channel, the National Geographic Channel, and the History Channel. I don't know why that is history, but somehow I'm a historical figure nowadays. So.
Okay, well, the reason why we brought you on for the show is because SGA is wanting to make Shepherd University a 100% smoke-free campus. This is not a new idea, but it's gaining some steam, and I just wanted to know how you felt about it.
Oh, I don't know. I used to be a smoker. I used to be a smoking Sasquatch, and I quit for my health. My wife Loretta still smokes. I met her at Waffle House years ago. We were eating a meal of sauerkraut and horseradish. But I think you should be allowed to smoke 25 feet away from a Shepherd University building because it's freedom. It's not good for you. Don't drink and drive, smoke and fly. But I don't think the whole campus should be smoke free.
Well, I get your point, but in certain areas there should be designated smoke sections so people don't have to walk through smoke at all. Don't you think that people walking to the library really want to smell like smoke in the middle of winter?
I agree about that. I had to kick my wife out of my cave because she wouldn't stop smoking menthols in there. It stunk. There should be designated smoking areas.
Right.
If you're going to smoke a few short steps away from the building, should not be that big a hassle because, if you have asthma or you just don't like the smell or don't want your cave to smell when you go home, you shouldn't have to walk through that.
Right. Okay, well, we want to thank you for being on the show today, and we want the viewers at home to thank you as well. So,
Yep.
Thanks for sharing your story, George.
Yep, no problem. Good night, America. And stop chasing me.
In recent months, social networking application Yik Yak has taken college campuses around the country by storm. Many people have likened it to an anonymous Twitter because it provides a succinct messaging platform for college students to engage in conversations on topics such as geopolitical politics, the economic struggles of an ever-diminishing middle class, and who got the stankiest ass. In an effort to appear in touch with all the too important 18 to 34-year-old demographic, I decided to delve deep into the murky depths of Yik Yak, stick my hands into places they shouldn't be stuck, so that you don't have to. Yik Yak, where's the Yik Yak? Where is it? Get the Yik Yak. As I scrolled through the endless stream of cliched witticisms, uninspired comebacks, and flagrant racism, I felt like I was just skimming through Matt Lauer's Twitter feed again. But through all the morally reprehensible clutter that Yik Yak is built upon, I sensed a common theme. People were reaching out to each other and trying to make a connection. I decided the best way to fully understand Yik Yak was to try and obtain what others on Yik Yak searched so desperately for. Love. Huh, this looks promising. If you're looking for good times, meet me in the TGI Fridays parking lot. As both a fan of having a good time and the 1970s television program Good Times, I decided that this was the safest lead to follow up. As I pulled into the parking lot, I knew that I had to tread lightly. One small mistake and this whole plan could blow up in my face like a stick of dynamite!
Hey Nate, didn't expect to see you here again.
I've been very lonely.
With the 2008 recession and the liquidation of middle management positions across the board, I went from having a full-time job with benefits to working hourly at a Best Buy for just above minimum wage. I couldn't support myself, so I had to find some other means of payment. I found that the only service that 20 years of schooling had trained me to provide was to offer my body, either as a vessel to bear children or as a source of pleasure for those fortunate enough to have maintained a steady employment and a healthy, disposable income. Either option was just another way to be enslaved by a self-confessed patriarchal society that was more than willing to look away while I and those like me slipped through the cracks. I gotta suck someone's dick tonight or what?
Can love between two consenting adults exist? The very existence of Yik Yak poses this question and many more. The answers to these queries may never be found in my lifetime, but I live in hope that maybe, just maybe, my children, whether they be adopted or artificially inseminated, will see a world where these questions are answered. This is Nate Light saying good night and dynamite.